알아서 시작해라. 로딩 있으면. 이게 왜 이렇게 빨개?
Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Miss de Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing... you know who. Are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you.
충혈된 뭐 굶어도 저렇게 되나? 울었겠지. 볼. 목에 때가 있는데 얘가. 그럼 이거는 영양실조야? 에이, 배고픈 거겠지. 울었겠지. 장애가 있다고? 아이씨, 부상당했는지 장애 기형인지 내가 어떻게 알아? 기형으로 잡자. 런던? 톰. 훨씬 톰 18세. 마흔 8세. 슬퍼 보이네. 방금까지 울었던 모양이다. 왜 왔어? 다 봤잖아. 뭐 또 있어? 에이씨, 어떻게 이렇게 떠드네 뭐. 아니 뭐 어떡하자는 거야 이거. 그럼 이거 어떻게 바꾸는데. 바꾸는 걸 해주든가. 어허. 기영이 아니야? 방금 온 게 아니야? 영양실조잖아. 아, 환장하겠네.
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
실종? 아니야.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
Police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Three weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
Strange. In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. My archive. My archive. My archive. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
We need to help Tom find his father, Holmes. We need to help Tom find his father, Holmes.
저기 사라지고 있다. 뭐야? 뭐야? 아, 자동 와버리네?
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful. A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
우리 다시 집에 온 거야?
We need to help Tom find his father, Holmes.
뭔데?
Watson documents our adventures in here. Watson documents our adventures in here. Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire. Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
쪽 엄마가 기억 있고
The streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk.
불안하다 도자기.
Excuse me, how can I get to Dorset Street? Is it far?
You're heading the wrong way. You need to go back and then go through the arch.
Thank you. 12번지 3 거기 누구 없어.
I don't feel thirsty. I don't feel thirsty.
I don't open the door to strangers.
알았어. 번 15번 여기 12번이겠네. 12다. 내가 왔소. 2층이라 그랬는데.
Tis our home, Mr. Holmes.
Old clothes, soiled and worn. Old clothes, soiled and worn. Old clothes. Old clothes, soiled and worn.
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it. The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
The old Tabard path, North Street. Glue. Probably taken from a wall. Old clothes, soil. It's too dark, I can't see anything. It's too dark, I can't see anything. It's too dark. Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's...
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young too.
My mother's...
I'm sorry. Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. Food's running low. It's all... Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
A collection of...
Father...
Huh, so that's why you came to see me. Huh, so that's why you came to see me. Huh.
Please, sir, find my father. I hope you'll find my father soon.
Dorset Street.
시간 낭비하지 말고 빨리 가자.
The roof leaks all the time.
George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand. Old clothes, soiled and worn. Huh. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me.
Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. Just some old things. A leather satchel, what's in it?
술집이 문제구만, 술집이. 여기? 나 술집 갔다 올게. 아까 술집이 어디더라? 술집이 어디 있었어? 여긴가?
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need to earwig to find out who is offering this.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
이렇게.
No gods, no masters. The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
Okay.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol.
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine. No gods, no masters.
수염 났는데?
It's not here.
턱수염. 턱수염. 물. 너다 씨야. 너다 잡았다 요.
This must be the man that I'm looking for.
잡았다 연어. 안 나가니?
Interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
Arm in arm, stronger together, stronger than ever.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Don't lose him.
그 사람 어디 갔는데? 어디로 갔지? 어디 갔나? 야, 그 사람 어디 갔어? 저기 있다.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I don't know, guy with this bag everywhere.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what meat tastes like.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Stupid kid. What are you waiting for?
Boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
Take a brush and get in there.
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stop crying and get to work.
Please, you don't have to beat him. I'll do it. I'll clean the chimney.
Go on then.
일로 왔잖아.
He's still here, that's a relief.
왜 들어왔냐?
I've lost him.
에이씨.
He's still here, that's a relief.
헐. 뭐야 이거 왜 이런 게임이야? 안돼 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 안돼. 빨리 가자 빨리 가자 빨리 가자 빨리 가자. 아니 저리 가면 안 되는데. 이거 어떻게 올라가? 야, 여기 어떻게 올라가? 야, 여기 어떻게 올라가? 올라가는 거. 올라가는 거.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with
No place to hide here. We'd better go through the yard.
야, 미리 말해주든가 그러면.
Oi, what are you doing in my garden?
Shoeshine Jim from Chamber Street. Hey Jim, can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
이것도 게임이야?
It's dirty. I should use a damp cloth.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning.
얘가 있는데?
He's talking with a cabbie. I need to get closer. Damn! I need to find another.
At last, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now.
Oh, gosh.
Interesting. What's going on in the yard? Locked. I can't see what's inside. 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 Bags of food. I like this house. Do Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. It's too dangerous to enter. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Wigan's tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job. Brave Toby, best nose in the British. My analysis table. My analysis table. It's useful for my work. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one I... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one I need.
아, 그럼 네가 원하는 게 뭐야? 나 진짜.
That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one I. That's not the one. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I. That's not the one. That's not the. That's not the. That's not the one I need.
아, 나 진짜.
That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... Here it is. Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
But you'll make Watson jealous.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
My archive. I can always consider.
It's wonderful to have Kate home.
Go, Mr. Holmes. Go, Mr. Holmes. I'll take care of everything.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes? What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
over this fucking everything.
자유도가 거의 없는 오픈월드네.
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
Let's get inside.
Come in, please. Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
눈이 빨개 넌. 수면 부족이지 저건. 의사? 왜? 아이씨, 뭐가 잘못됐어 그러면. 아, 다시 못해?
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh, you're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
Lord Marsh even helps hospitals. Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Last year, 3 orphans were put through. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Lord Marsh.
아씨 여기서
I've never heard of this man. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any ideas to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both, and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes. Despite my title, yes, I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
Lord Marsh. provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord's house. It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse. It's extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor. Bags full of food. It's closed.
Is there something else that interests you? I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. Is there some...
Lord Marsh, but... Look...
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
Kate wouldn't like it if I entered her room without her knowledge. A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful. My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes? What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
The longer the picket line, the shorter the strike.
George Hurst's work was varied.
The roof leaks all the time. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful. A ramrod. This oil can also be used on weapons. This oil can also be used on weapons. A ramrod.
Please, sir, find my father.
So that's why you came to see me. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently... Old clothes, soiled and worn. Just some old things. Dorset Street.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
로딩이 너무 길다.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. Kate wouldn't like it if I entered her room without her knowledge.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
My analysis table. It's useful for my work. Brave Toby. Best. A map of London and its surroundings. I won't disturb Lord Marsh without a reason.
뭐 어떡하자고. 너무 어렵다. 나 조사했잖아. 조사 다 했는데 왜?
Arm in arm, stronger together, stronger than ever.
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
Dump the bosses off your backs.
아니 그럼 뭐 어떻게? 어떻게 좀 하라고.
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
다시 집에 간다.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health. I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. Here it is. Here it is. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. Kate wouldn't like it if I... Search, Toby, search.
아, 이제 내가 또 개가 되네.
It's only a garden shed. Let's go on. People use this cellar for storage. People use this cellar for storage. Nothing that could interest me. It's not here. It's not here. Ordinary storage. Old things. Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside.
Hmm?
News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here? A map of Epping Forest. A map of Epping Forest. A map of Epping. This case must have been full of cartridges. There was something on the stand. There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him. There was... Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents. This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files. Just rubbish. Just some old things. Pile of rubbish. Pile of rubbish. Brave Toby. Best nose in the British Empire.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
This is not the best way to sneak in. The window is firmly shut. There's no space for this lock. There's no space. There's no space. There's no space for this lockpick.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. I can hide here. Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Lord Marsh is a keen... November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You are going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
갈아입어야지.
Holmes, come here. Come here. This is. Holmes, come here. Come here. This.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Holmes, come here. Come here. This is serious.
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. I need a pipette. I need a pipette. This chemical should be applied first. Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope. Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
I can't wait to tell all my friends about this. This is so romantic. It is thrilling.
Well, well. Sweet slumber after a hard-working day. On my pillow, my analysis table. It's useful for my work. not the one I... That's not the one I... That's not the... That's not... That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one I... That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
뭘 봐야 되지? 그거 찾으려면?
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one... That's not the one I need. 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 Here it is. Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map. This is Kate's room. It's private.
I can't wait to tell all my friends about this.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My analysis taken. Well. Sweet slumber after a hard...
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map.
씨, 어디야? 뭐 되게 어렵네. 못 찾겠어. 아유, 공략 없어? 이게 어디지, 너들? 아씨, 환장하겠네.
Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
완전 다르구만.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
딸내미 되게 못생겼다.
Oh, Kate, I know what you're like. You'll terrify him. He won't dare to come back here again.
Is that what you think? I love it.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Let's see how long you can stay alive!
오랍쇼.
Let's see how long you can stay alive! You won't get far! Is that your blood in the snow?
에? 가시덤불로 가야 돼?
Let's see how long you can stay alive. Where have you gone?
죽는다. 내가 선택한 게 맞았네.
Let's see how long you can stay alive. Run, little rabbit, run! You scampering little rat! Ah! Here you are! Is that your blood in the snow? Where have you gone? You scampering little rat! Where is he?
He was poor. He was poor. This man was killed recently. The body is still warm.
Find him, boys! Find him! You scampering little rat!
응? 뭐야? 귀엽잖아. 에이씨.
I like to call this the swamp of despair!
에이씨. 숨든가, 이 무신아.
I like to call this the swamp of despair! Don't worry, no one's going to find your body. Where is he?
빠져 죽었잖아 또. 아. 어디로 가야 돼 이거 그러면?
your tracks! You won't get far!
He was killed by a shot to the foot. My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound. I can hide here. I can hide here. I can hide here. I can hide here. The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin. This will help to dress my wound. Someone's coming, I better hide.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging you, festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live and be arrested, he will suffer a punishment far greater than you or I could deliver. His ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. It will drag him painfully and slowly to his demise behind bars.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here. Although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends. George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live, he will suffer a far greater punishment. For his ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. Look, it's already dragging him painfully and slowly to his death. Then his wealth can and will be used to support the families affected by the Quartermain Club's malevolence.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
뭐지? 애 아빠 찾아달랬는데 이것까지는 하고 찾아.
George, lower your rifle, please. For top. George, he would. But it is. It.
Not. Don't. Detective, take a look here.
This. Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
Yes! Well done, Watson.
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? No. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's Bowling Club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
그만하고 잘래요.